Pick a Pattern by Ron Picardi. This is a video art program for the Bally Arcade, Astrocade. It was originally written for Bally BASIC, but this version is running under AstroBASIC. This is an unpublished Arcadian submission, circa 1980, probably 1981. As I said already, this is a program written for the Bally Arcade. This is actually the first manual for the Fun and Brains computer here. As you can see, this Bally Arcade is a little bit different. It has a red button and a red eject where the cartridge goes. I decided to use this because I'm kind of tired of using similar pictures, and you don't often see this picture online. Now, as I was also saying, this program is written for Bally BASIC, the Astrocade version that has the built-in tape interface. Ron Picardi submitted this program along with two other programs in late 1980, maybe 81, early 81. This program was never published, which I think is a true shame because it's quite good. This is Ron's handwritten explanation of what is contained on the tape that he sent to Bob. Also included here are his genuinely near ununderstandable instructions on how to run the design portion of Pick a Pattern. Although this video is quite long, I decided not to use the design portion of the program. That's because I don't really understand how it works. He gives very general instructions on how to use it, and I'm guessing this is the reason that it was never published. It's not easy to really understand, honestly. It's too bad that he didn't ask for a revision of this program that just got rid of the design element of it, because out of all the video art programs I've used on the Astrocade, this is one of my favorites, and that's just only using a small portion of the program which design random patterns and random squares. In this case here, I'm only using the portion, I think, that draws random patterns. The only issue that I have with it is that some of the art it makes takes a long time to finish, as you'll see as this program is running, because the very first pattern takes about 6 minutes and 15 seconds. That's totally random. It can take 20 seconds to draw a complete pattern on the screen, or sometimes even less. It could probably take way longer, but I'm going to let the program run as is. I didn't make any edits to this program. You can skip ahead. I'm going to make it so that you can skip to each individual program. Out of all the programs I've uploaded to YouTube and these videos that I've been making, I think this is the one that a user could probably get the most benefit out of from just running. This should run just perfectly fine under an emulator. It might run a little slow because the emulators aren't quite correct on speed, but it shouldn't really matter. And I may actually sometime set this up on an emulator and just have it running in the background while I'm hanging out with some friends or something, because it makes some pretty neat patterns. As I was saying, at the bottom of this page we have the instructions that Ron writes, and I retyped these up for anyone who wants to use it. If you download this program from ballyalley.com, it makes a little more sense, but I may play around with this program to see if I can't get some neat patterns of my own. And here's the second page of instructions, followed by the first page of the printout. So Ron had a pretty good setup for his Astrocade in 1980 or 81. He had a printer hooked up to it, which I knew. I think he actually even published, or at least sent in information on how to hook up a printer to Bob Fabris. So as I was saying, this is page 1, page 2 of the program listing. It's a pretty long program, one of the longest I've seen for this system. This is going to be the first screen you'll see when you start the program. I've always avoided, for this running of this program, I've avoided using design, so I never will press 1 here. I do press 2, and I think I might press 3. I made this video over a year ago, actually. I'm only now adding an overdub to it so you can have an explanation of how it works. Here is the very first demonstration of the program in use. When the program finishes, you get these settings, and you can use them on your own to create your own pattern. Here are some examples of the programs running. This purple screen is pretty neat. This is when the program is completely done. It actually draws quite slowly, which is, as I've said in pretty much every video art program I've made, that's one of the beauties, I think, of how these programs work. This is a strange little pattern, and this is one of my favorites as it's being drawn. This one looks extremely simple, but also looks really neat as it's being drawn. And if you enter in these valuables, you'll get this if you design your own portion of the program. This one is very repetitive but neat. This one is also pretty neat. I like how it looks like a cube almost on its side. Kind of hard to explain it. You'd have to see it, I think. And these are one of the last patterns. This green background here. This very, very simple one draws quite quickly this blue purplish background. And this one looks like a tablecloth pattern to me. And I like the way this one is drawn. Slow. You're good to see all of these. Every single one of these is drawn in this program that's up ahead. After this program runs for about 20 minutes, you can watch the basic listing. Enjoy the program, and if you get a chance, download it and try it for yourself. Run it under emulation and see what you can come up with. If you come up with anything interesting, make a video and upload it to YouTube. I'd like to see what you've come up with.